Have you ever had a friend who you thought would be there for you no matter what? A person you trusted with your deepest, darkest secrets? I had one. His name was Leo. We were inseparable since kindergarten, two peas in a pod. We built forts in the woods, shared our first crushes, and promised to be each other's best man one day. Our bond felt unbreakable, forged in childhood innocence and teenage rebellion. He wasn't just a friend, he was my brother. As we grew up, life threw its usual curveballs. I went through a really tough time a few years back. My family was facing some serious financial trouble, and to make matters worse, I was struggling with my mental health. Anxiety had its claws in me, and some days, just getting out of bed felt like climbing a mountain. It was a period of my life filled with shame and fear. I felt like I was drowning, and I didn't want anyone to see me so vulnerable. I put on a brave face for the world, but inside, I was falling apart. There was only one person I felt I could talk to, one person I knew wouldn't judge me. Leo. One night, after weeks of holding it all in, I broke down. I called him, and the floodgates opened. I told him everything. I told him about the eviction notices, about my dad losing his job, about the panic attacks that would leave me gasping for air in the middle of the night. I shared the secret shame I carried, the feeling that I was a failure. Leo was amazing. He listened patiently, told me it was all going to be okay, that we'd get through it together. He said he was honored that I trusted him so much. I felt a massive weight lift off my shoulders. For the first time in months, I felt a glimmer of hope. I wasn't alone. I had my best friend, my brother, in my corner. That night, I slept soundly, believing my secret was safe with the one person I trusted more than anyone in the world. A few weeks later, something fell off. When I walked into a room with our mutual friends, conversations would suddenly stop. People would give me these strange, pitying looks. At first, I brushed it off as my anxiety playing tricks on me. But then, the whispers started. I'd catch snippets of conversations. Words like poor guy, his family, so stressed. It was like living in a nightmare where everyone knew my most private pain, but no one would say it to my face. The confirmation came in the most brutal way possible. I was at a party, trying to feel normal for a night. A guy I barely knew came up to me, slapped me on the back, and said, "Hey man, heard you're going through a rough patch. Leo told us all about it. Don't worry, your secret's safe with us." The air left my lungs. The music faded, the room spun, and all I could see was his smirking face. Leo told us all about it. The words echoed in my head, each one a hammer blow to my heart. My secret. The one I had entrusted to my brother. It was now public knowledge, party chatter, a topic for gossip. I felt naked, exposed, and utterly humiliated. The shame I had worked so hard to contain was now out in the open, not by my choice, but because of his betrayal. I looked across the room and saw Leo, laughing with a group of people. He caught my eye, and for a split second, I saw a flash of guilt before he quickly looked away. That was all I needed to see. I walked out of that party without a word. The walk home was a blur of anger and heartbreak. How could he? How could the person I trusted most in the world do this to me? Was my private struggle just an interesting story for him to share? Did my pain give him some kind of social currency? Every memory we shared suddenly felt tainted, every promise broken. The foundation of our 2-decade friendship crumbled into dust in a single night. When I finally confronted him, his excuses were pathetic. He said he was just worried about me and wanted our friends to be able to support me. Support me? By turning my private life into a public spectacle. It wasn't about support. It was about him wanting to be the center of attention, the keeper of a dramatic secret. He had taken my vulnerability and used it as his own personal soapbox. He didn't understand the depth of his betrayal. He didn't see that he had broken not just a promise, but a fundamental law of friendship. The aftermath was devastating. The trust was gone, completely shattered. And without trust, what is friendship? It was like a death. I had to mourn the loss of the person I thought was my best friend. The social awkwardness was intense. Our shared friend group was forced to tiptoe around the massive crater he had left in our relationship. But the social fallout was nothing compared to the internal damage. His betrayal amplified my anxiety tenfold. I became withdrawn and suspicious of everyone. If my best friend could do this, who could I possibly trust? It built walls around my heart that have taken years to even begin to break down. It taught me a harsh lesson. Vulnerability is a gift, and you have to be incredibly careful about who you give it to. A true friend understands that a secret is not a story to be told. It's a piece of your soul you've placed in their hands. They guard it not out of obligation, but out of love and respect. Looking back, the pain of that experience was immense. It was a profound loneliness, the kind you feel when you realize the person you thought had your back was the one holding the knife. But it also forced me to learn how to be my own support system. I sought professional help for my anxiety, something I should have done sooner. I learned to rely on myself and to be more discerning with my trust. This isn't a story to make you paranoid or to tell you to never trust anyone. It's a reminder to choose your friends wisely. A real friend celebrates your successes privately and carries your burden silently. They don't use your pain for their own narrative. Your inner circle should be a safe space, a fortress. If someone proves they can't be trusted with the key, they don't deserve a place inside the walls. Protect your peace, protect your story, and know that you are strong enough to heal, even from the deepest betrayals. Thank you for listening.